Democrats and the media are now unloading all their nasty attacks on rising Trump White House star and new press secretary, Karoline Leavitt.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10.
Talk about a shocker. The world of daytime TV just got rocked by one of its most jaw-dropping scandals yet, and this one is absolutely explosive. Joy Behar, the outspoken longtime co-host of The View, is out. Done. Gone. After a storm of backlash, legal drama, and social media mayhem, she's officially been removed from the panel. But what could have possibly led to the downfall of one of the most unapologetic voices in daytime television? Buckle up, because this story is packed with controversy, irony, and a whole lot of finger-pointing.
Donald Trump, I was stunned and amazed by his new White House spokeswoman today. She's actually the youngest ever in that job.
Let's go through this step by step because this situation is something else. It all began on a recent episode of The View, a show known for intense discussions. But this time, Joy crossed the line. While talking about Karoline Leavitt, the newly appointed White House press secretary under Donald Trump's administration, Behar made a remark that left the entire studio silent. She directly implied that Leavitt got the job because of her appearance. Yeah, she actually said it. That's not just a jab, that's a scandal.
Karoline Leavitt, she's just 27 years old. But boy, was she giving it to the Trump haters in her first White House briefing.
Here's the big moment. Leavitt, at just 27, is the youngest person to ever serve as White House press secretary. No matter where people stand, her experience speaks for itself. She's been a communications director for major Republican campaigns, and even worked in Trump's first administration. But instead of discussing her qualifications, Behar focused only on her appearance, and the reaction was immediate. The audience gasped, social media erupted, and even Behar's co-hosts looked uncomfortable. Alyssa Farah Griffin, who has firsthand experience working under Trump, didn't hold back. She quickly responded, making it clear that this wasn't Leavitt's first job, just her first press briefing. And if the tension in the studio was high, what happened online took things to another level.
She said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table.
Social media blew up from all directions. People weren't just upset, they were calling out the double standard. For years, they've pushed for feminism and women's empowerment, but now Behar was the one tearing another woman down. One user didn't hesitate, posting, "If a Republican said anything close to that, they'd be crucified." Another added, "Joy Behar just proved once again that The View only supports women who agree with them." And that was just the beginning.
Isn't it rich that The View is saying she got the job based on looks when DEI is all about based on looks?
Karoline Leavitt wasn't about to let this go. Instead of just responding with a statement, she took it a step further. She hit Behar with a lawsuit. That's right, defamation and character assassination, according to the legal documents. The comments weren't just inaccurate, they were intentional, meant to damage Leavitt's reputation. And this lawsuit didn't just put Behar on notice. It sent shockwaves through ABC, the network behind The View. Behind the scenes, it was chaos. ABC executives were scrambling, debating whether to issue a public apology, suspend Behar, or take it even further and cut ties completely.
No, it's not. So first of all, and I have had my objections to the job that Karine Jean-Pierre did, but she worked in politics for 21 years, 5 presidential campaigns, and worked in 2 administrations.
Even within The View's own team, things were getting complicated. Some staff members stood by Behar, while others privately acknowledged that this wasn't looking good. Behar had been in controversies before, but this time the stakes were much higher, with a lawsuit and a PR disaster unfolding. ABC found itself in a tough spot, and just when it seemed like the situation couldn't escalate further, reports surfaced that ABC executives had been in full crisis mode for days leading up to Behar's official departure.
Karoline Leavitt is the press secretary at the White House, doing a great job. Such a great job that the ladies of The View feel the green monster coming upon them.
Inside sources revealed that top executives were in a panic, scrambling to control the damage. Their biggest concern wasn't just this lawsuit, it was the possibility that it could spiral into a major reputational crisis for the entire network.
Really don't like this woman, she's a good communicator, and so Joy Behar just offered her analysis on why Leavitt was picked for the role.
The View has always been at the center of controversy, but this time the stakes were much higher. The legal issues had executives on edge, struggling between loyalty to Behar and the intense pressure from the outside. And the turmoil wasn't just at the top. The staff was split. Some stood by Behar, arguing that while her comment may have been inappropriate, the backlash had gone too far. Others believed she had completely crossed the line.
Bang, Rowan, I couldn't do that at 27. No nonsense, straight to the point, courage, detail.
After all, how could she advocate for empowering women while dismissing another's achievements? And the whispers were everywhere. One anonymous staffer reportedly told an outlet, "This isn't the first time Joy has gotten us into trouble, but this time it feels like there's no way to recover."
But even factoring in that she's a nice-looking lady, I love it that the Liv's attacks on conservatives right now are that we're hot and cool.
The tension was undeniable, and it didn't stop there. Some even speculated that other co-hosts might also get dragged into the controversy. Meanwhile, legal experts across the media weighed in on the lawsuit. Could Behar's words legally qualify as defamation? Some believed Leavitt had a strong case, especially since the comments were direct and personal. Others argued that proving malice, a key requirement in defamation cases involving public figures, would be difficult. But one thing was certain: this legal battle was going to be intense, and ABC was caught in the middle of it. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt wasn't backing down. In an exclusive interview with a conservative media outlet, she pushed back against Behar's remarks, calling them not just sexist but also racist and completely unprofessional. And she wasn't just standing up for herself. She came prepared. Leavitt laid out her full resume, listing her qualifications to make it clear that she earned her role as press secretary, not because of her appearance. This only energized her supporters even more, with many applauding her for standing firm against what they saw as an unfounded attack. Then came the twist no one expected. ABC officially confirmed that Joy Behar was out. Just days after Leavitt's lawsuit was filed, the network made the announcement, sparking speculation that this wasn't a voluntary departure. ABC's statement was vague at best, saying Behar had chosen to step away and wishing her well. But behind the scenes, insiders claimed she was pushed out to protect the future of The View. Let's be honest, this show has weathered controversy before, but this might have been too much even for ABC to handle. And the public reaction? All over the place. Some celebrated Behar's exit, calling it long overdue. One commenter didn't, hold back, writing, "Maybe they need to cancel ABC Network altogether. That would fix all their problems." Another added, "I can't understand why this show is still on air or why it even existed in the first place." But not everyone saw it the same way. Longtime fans of The View were outraged, calling this a politically motivated takedown. To NC them, Behar's departure wasn't about accountability. It was about ABC giving in to outside pressure, and conservative voices, they were enjoying every bit of it. To them, this was a rare win, a moment where they felt the mainstream media was finally being held accountable. Oh, the irony. Joy Behar has spent years presenting herself as a strong advocate for women's rights and empowerment. She's always been quick to call out anyone making dismissive comments about women. But in one moment, she did exactly what she claimed to stand against, and people noticed. Many were quick to point out that the same kind of remark she made about Karoline Leavitt was what she spent her career condemning. She spoke out against reducing women to their looks, yet here she was doing just that. The backlash? Huge. And, for many, justified. So, what does this mean for The View? The show now faces a major turning point. Behar was one of its most recognizable voices. Whether people loved her or hated her, she was a key figure on that panel. Now that she's gone, there's a huge gap to fill. ABC has a tough decision ahead. Do they bring in another outspoken liberal to maintain the show's dynamic, or do they take a different approach and add a stronger conservative voice? Either way, the road ahead won't be easy. Rebuilding public trust and credibility is going to take real effort. As for Joy Behar, her future is uncertain. Will she fight the lawsuit and try to clear her name? Will she attempt a public comeback, or will she quietly step away, leaving behind a legacy as one of the most controversial figures in daytime television? And then there's Karoline Leavitt. Her decision to sue Behar has undoubtedly put her in the spotlight, throwing her into the middle of a media frenzy. Now the real question is, will this legal battle work in her favor? Will it give her the platform she's looking for? Or could it take an unexpected turn and backfire? Watching this unfold is going to be interesting. But here's the bottom line. This drama is far from over. The fallout from Behar's departure and the ongoing lawsuit will likely stay in the headlines for weeks, maybe even months. With public trust in mainstream media already at an all-time low, this controversy could be the breaking point for The View. The big question now, can the show bounce back from this? Or could this be the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic talk shows in television history? What do you think? Was ABC justified in letting Joy Behar go, or was she unfairly pushed out? And can The View survive without one of its most controversial and outspoken hosts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated on all the latest developments in this explosive scandal. This story is just getting started, and you won't want to miss the shocking twists, turns, and jaw-dropping revelations still to come. Stay tuned, because the drama is far from over. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. More videos are on the way. See you in the next one!